Hey, how's it going? This is Justin Gilman with Quantum Leads, and today I'll be walking you through your digital marketing attack plan to show you how to turn your website into a lead generation machine and really generate some revenue for your business month over month. Now, to do that, we first have to understand how are people finding roofing businesses in your area? And if you're like me, chances are you go on Google, type in whatever service or industry you want, plus your city name, and pick from the first few results down below in the organic search results or up here in the Google Map Pack. Now, this seems to be a pretty popular method because there's 3,600 searches every single month for Denver roofing. And obviously there's a lot more searches out there when you take into account things like roof installation, roof repair, and all these other search terms. But for the sake of time, we're just going to focus on this one search term, which seems to be generating about 3,600 views a month. Now, if we could take our business and put them at the forefront of those searches, we can guarantee that 3,600 people every single month see our business first before looking at the competition. But in order to do that, we have to do a few things first. So let's start off by talking about content because content is king on Google. So let's take a look at one of your competitors' sites and see what they're doing with their content to help them rank so effectively. So here we are looking at A Denver Roofing, which ranks on the first page for Denver roofing services. And if we take a look at why, let's take a look at their content. So they don't have too much content on this page, but they do have a lot more content than what you have on your website. So we're going to ultimately want to go in and build out our content to really go in and beat them in that aspect. So ultimately, we're going to want a lot more content. And as you'll see here, their website is filled with content that has a ton of different keywords and phrases. Now, keywords are the most used words or phrases on a web page, and based on these keywords, we are going to be able to tell Google vital information about our business, such as what we do, where we operate from, and this is ultimately going to help them put us in the right search categories related to both our business and high volume search terms like Denver roofing. So we want to make sure that not only are we very content full, but that we have very industry specific keywords that'll help us rank properly. So let's flip back to your website and see what you're doing as far as content and keywords go. So here we are on your website, and if we scroll down here, you'll notice that you do have some content. But once again, we always want to go bigger and better than our competitors. So not only are we going to want to build out our content, I recommend about 750 to 1,000 words on any given page, but we also want to fill in our content with keywords and phrases that are going to be relevant to those high volume search terms to make sure that we appear for each one. But if I told you that ultimately content and keywords were all we needed, I would be lying to you because we need backlinks and citations to really push our site forward in our rankings, as content and keyword ultimately are going to lay the foundation, while backlinks help give us that big push to get over our competition. So let's take a look at your external backlink structure and compare that to your competitors. So here we are on a tool I use called Ahrefs, and if you take a look here, you'll notice their competitors built out roughly 1,000 backlinks for their website, and that's been able to really generate some power for them as they've been able to bring in about 2,000 users every single month and about $50,000 worth of traffic value month over month. So definitely a lot of value here, and this is a direct result of both their website's internal factors, such as content and keywords, as well as their backlink structure. And this really makes you ask yourself, what could your business do with an extra $50,000 month over month? However, let's go back to your website and take a look at your backlink structure now. So now here we are looking at your website, and you'll see that you have over 1,000 backlinks to your website, which is great, and you are doing it bigger and better than your competitor. However, you're ultimately not generating the traffic that you need and the value that you need despite having more backlinks in them. And the reason that is that you're not mixing that internal stuff that we talked about, like your content and keywords, with your external side of things with your backlinks. So we want to do both to create the best result possible. And like I said, really go bigger and better than our competitors to create the most value for our business. Now, before I cut this video though, I did mention citations, and citations are really important for the Google Map Pack as they are everywhere our business's name, address, and phone number are going to be listed online. So let's take a look at the most popular companies in this Google Map Pack here and take a look at how many citations each one of them has and determine how many you'll need to really go in and start outranking them. So here we are in a tool I use called Whitespark, and as you'll see here, we have Denver Roofing Inc. with 27 citations, A Denver Roofing with 56, and lastly, Denver Roofers LLC with 25. So I normally recommend doing it bigger and better, so we always want to double the biggest number in here. So if there's 56 citations, we're going to need 112 on top of all the other things we talked about in this video. And if you do all of that, you should start to see some massive improvements to the amount of revenue your website is generating for you on a month-to-month basis. But that's all I really have for you in this video. Once again, my name is Justin Gilman with Quantum Leads, and I'd love to set up a meeting with you sometime to talk about any questions or concerns you have about this video. But once again, I hope this video is educational, and thanks for watching.